Hello, my name is Bob Price Jr. and this is Tommy Kimmons, and we are the Dream Team. We come to you today just to let you know a little bit about our business and the products that we offer. I'm a custom home builder and a remodeler in Pensacola, Escambia County, really Florida, licensed in Florida and Alabama.
And I'm a master plumber in the state of Florida and Alabama, and we do plumbing wherever you need our services. And I've been working for Bobby over the years doing his custom homes, and we've been working together for so many years. It's more like a family than just the Dream Team, but we're both very conscientious of our work, and we take pride in everything we do, and we like to leave our customers happy and satisfied with our projects.
That's right. Customer satisfaction is number one. A lot of our clientele comes from referrals from folks that we've built for, folks that we've done jobs for. We keep people happy and they keep us busy, and that's been our motto for probably, we've been working together for over 25 years on projects, whether it was remodeling or new homes, additions. We're not just your ordinary contractor. We feel like when we leave your job that we're part of your family. And if you ever need anything, we're not going to disappear. We're here to stay. So.
Bob, after we did our last show a month ago, I got a call the next morning. It was from a gentleman and I'm not going to call out any names because I didn't tell him I'd have him on TV, but he helps his mother maintain her home. She lives alone, but he helps make sure everything's going smooth for her, and he was concerned about a water heater. And he called me up, and I told him I'd be there the next morning at 8 o'clock to give him a price on the job. And I showed there 2 minutes before 8, and I waited in my truck 2 minutes, knocked on the door at 8 o'clock. He came out, and very pleasant. He was pleasant, his mother was pleasant as well. And I looked at the situation and gave him a price on doing a few jobs for him, and told him exactly what we were going to do to accomplish the job. And one of them was changing out a water heater. And he was concerned about his mother being without hot water overnight, and I assured him that that she'd be in full operation by the end of the day. And I told him everything we was going to do, and he told his mother, he hugged his mother, and he told her that she was in good hands, and he left. And we stayed there, and I called in Rick Hewell's, Jamie, and Jamie took care of the electrical, got the electrical. By 2:30, 3 o'clock that afternoon, we had water heating in the tank, and she was so happy. And she came out and she was socializing with me, and we was talking about family and stuff like that. And I told her about my grandson going on a boxing for a world championship fight in August, and she took Bobby and she wrote it down on her calendar, and I'll never forget it because it was just so pleasant. She said she was going to pray for us on our trip, which and I told Jamie, the electrician, I said, this is the kind of customers I want. They were, because I was there to do her an outstanding job, and it made me feel good all over to know that we had our customers appreciating our efforts as well.
That's a good for a good. I had a customer the other day came by the office. They wanted to build a big custom home over in Pace. And I said, I've built one that looks similar to this over in River Gardens. So why don't you go by and just look at the outside of the house, and come to find out the owner, Mr. Tate, thank you, Mr. Tate, he was in the yard. Well, before it was over with, he took him on a grand tour of the home, and we're drawing plans for them now. But our best salespeople are our clients and our clientele, and that's a good feeling when you can send somebody to somebody's house and they take them on a personal tour. So.
Absolutely. Mr. Tate, if you're watching our program, we've been talking about the Metlem system for years. I've got one with your name on it, and I'm going to tell you, I've installed hundreds of those things, and I've had every customer I've installed them, they think it's the best device in their house. Everybody that uses it, and so we've been talking about it for years, so I've got one with your name on it.
And that Metlem system, it's a hot water, it's an energy saver, it's a money saver. It circulates cold water out of the water lines, brings hot water in from the water heater when you push a button, so you're not flushing a lot of extra water down the drain, and you're saving a lot of energy when it comes to heating hot water, reusing that water. So.
Absolutely, and like the commercial says, with the touch of a button, it'll deliver you hot water. And instead of watching all that water waste down the drain and all the energy, and if you think about even the sewage treatment plants, think how much water they process over a year's period of just water wasted, hot water going down, waiting for the hot water to get to the faucet, all the waste. So it's a device that only costs you $1 a year to operate, and that's figured nationally, not here for Gulf Power. It's just in my opinion, one of the best inventions in plumbing in many, many years, maybe since PVC pipe.
I've got one in my house, and my water heater is approximately 60 foot from my master bathroom, and it is incredible. There's nothing worse than standing there waiting on a shower to get hot, or waiting for water to get warm in the sink to brush your teeth or something, and I enjoy mine. Tommy, tell us a little bit about some of the services that your company provides. You're not just a plumber. I mean, you do new construction, additions, and stuff like that, but you also do repair work and have leak detection equipment, from what I understand. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Bobby, we do everything. If it's got water running in it, or it's a drain on it, we're gonna handle it for you. And just to tell you a few things about my company, we do offer senior citizen discount. We're open 7 days a week, so if you have an emergency call over the weekend, you can contact me. And my main plumber, Jay, he tells me all the time, he says, you know, a lot of our new customers, they call up and they speak to a person. When they call Kimmons Plumbing, they go speak to someone. And he said that their major complaint is they'll call someone and get an answer machine. I promise you, if you call Kimmons Plumbing, you can talk with someone, and we'll give you the fastest service as possible. But we're open 7 days a week. We accept major credit cards, and we're licensed and insured in not only the state of Florida, but the state of Alabama. So if you need us over in Leon or Foley or something like that, we're licensed. Come over and do the work, and we'll be happy to do it. And repiping is, since building has been down, a lot of people are replacing the old galvanized pipe in their house, and that's been we've done quite a bit of that. If you got the old galvanized pipe, it's obvious because your water pressure is usually real low, and if you ever fill up your tub with just water, hot and cold, you'll notice all the metallic buildup in your tub. So we repipe a lot of houses, and that's just something we've been doing more of lately. And we are slab leak specialists. We have the technology to come in and locate a leak that's in your slab. You may hear the leak, but you don't see any water showing up anywhere, so you have to have a professional come out and locate it. We have the equipment to do that. And I'm gonna try to give plumbing tips on every show we do. And one of my tips for today is, if you have a slab leak, you can actually locate which pipe is leaking. And what I want to try to tell you is, that's a questionable piece of pipe. It is better to repipe that one piece of pipe, and you can do that by finding each manifold and just replacing that one pipe under there, instead of breaking up your slab, which is a necessity sometimes. We have done that, but it's always best to replace that questionable piece of pipe versus busting up the slab and fixing the pipe, making a repair, and repouring your slab. And
that's one of the reasons we came up, or Mr. Kimmons came up with the Dream Team. Because when you go into a house and you have a plumbing repair, or you go in and do general contractor work, remodeling a kitchen, it's not unusual to come into stuff that's hidden in the walls, bad pipes, bad joints, bad connections. And as a team, we can take care of all that for you. I mean, as far as concrete work, busting stuff out, replacing walls, sheetrock work, structural integrity of a home. I mean, how many times have you seen a shower pan leaking? And then underneath the shower pan, you got mold, you got mildew, you got rot. You may have a structure that's been compromised, and the integrity of it is not what it should be. Well, we can come in as a team and take care of all of that. We have the electricians, we have Tommy, we got tile guys, we got carpet guys. You name it, we can do it.
Yeah. So. And I've been doing service work since '83. I've done a lot of new construction, but we've always done service work. And one of the advantages when someone calls me about it, especially my established customers, they'll call me and say, "Tommy, my roof's leaking. Who do I call?" And Bob Price Jr., that's who you call, because you specialize in building the house. You know it from the ground up. And or they want to replace the tile on the floor, or the carpet, or something like that. And especially, like you said, when the water is so deceptive, you got to locate those leaks, and sometimes there's a lot of damage associated with that leak. And once we repair the problem, determine what it is, and make the repair, and other things have to be repaired in the home. When it comes to plumbing and gas, I am definitely the person to call. But when it comes to everything else, Bob Price Jr. is the person to call. And like I said, he knows building from the ground up.
Well, thank you. One other thing that I'd like to say about my company is there's nothing we can't build. I mean, if it could be drawn, if it could be put on paper, we can build it. We can do it. We can put it together as a team. We do a lot of design build projects. You know, if you've got a home, you've got an idea or a concept of something that you want built, we can put it together for you. We've built homes on pilings. We've built homes with indoor swimming pools. We've built homes with half basements. We've built homes with full basements. I tell you something that I'd like to come back to after the break is we've been getting a lot of calls on safe rooms, which is something that's with the tornadoes that went on in Tuscaloosa and all. A lot of people have that on their mind, and we all know how the hurricanes are around here. We've come up with some plans and some designs on safe rooms that I think people would be very interested in. I'm talking to a fellow right now about doing that. So.
Bobby, let me ask you this, because I know, like the Metlum system, it's easy to put in an existing home. It don't have to be a new home to install that. What about safe rooms? I mean, is it going to be complicated to do that in an existing home where you got footers located in a certain place? I mean, how involved would it be to get a safe room in an existing home?
It's fairly easy. I mean, as far as the specifications and the details that we have, you can take a typical walk-in closet and make that a safe room. So.
All right, we're going to wrap it up now and go to commercial. Please call in with any questions in reference to plumbing or building. And stay tuned, and we'll get back with you right after the break.
Are you tired of watching your money go down the drain? Enjoy instant hot water with the Metlin system. This system pays for itself in less than a year, eliminating wasted water and energy. And there are special seasonal discounts now in effect.
If you're tired of watching your money go down the drain, call Kimmons Plumbing. With a touch of a button, you can have hot water on demand.
The Metlin system delivers 24/7 comfort for pennies. Call Kimmons Plumbing and enjoy instant hot water today.
Is your water bill high? Do you have a leak at your water meter? Do you have a leak that you can hear it, but you can't locate it? Kimmons Plumbing has the technology to quickly find a solution to these problems. Let our plumbing technicians find those pesky leaks that is causing you money. It's fast, easy, and we will save you money every time.
Hi, I'm Tommy Kimmons, owner of Kimmons Plumbing. We have the answer to your plumbing needs. Call anytime, 455-2565.
When you have a backup sewer problem, the amount of demolition to find a problem can be enormous. But now there's an answer. Kimmons Plumbing now features a new technology that can find sewer problems instantly. What this means to you is we save you money. Our professional technicians can come on site and locate any problem and fix it immediately.
Hi, I'm Tommy Kimmons, owner of Kimmons Plumbing. We have the answer to your plumbing needs. Call anytime, 455-2565. Welcome back to the Dream Team. I want to remind everybody to please call in with any questions, like I said, in reference to plumbing, gas, building, remodeling, mother-in-law suite, anything you need done in that area, please give us a call. Now, Bobby, when we left, we was talking about the safe room, so let's get back into that.
Yeah, we've had several calls lately, people wanting storm shelters or what we call a safe room. And FEMA has some guidelines and specifications on how they're to be built. And of course, there are certain structural engineers that have their own designs. The one that I've been dealing with a client on has an add-on. It's an addition onto the back of a bedroom. And we have to make sure, number one, that we have egress out of the bathroom. So you have to keep in mind that if you have a window that you're going to use for access to that room, that you replace egress for fire codes and stuff to the bedroom. But it's just going to be an addition. It'll be a 10 by 10, was 10 foot wide, 10 foot long, 8 foot tall. It'll be reinforced with double structural studs. Instead of single studs like you see 16 or 24 inches on center in a home, you'll see the double studs, double top plates, double bottom plates. You'll have 2 layers of 3/4 inch plywood on the interior or the exterior wall, and sheets of 14 gauge steel screwed to that. It's like a tank, and it's not only on the walls, but it's also on the ceilings.
Okay, we got a call. Let's go ahead and take this call. Welcome to the Dream Team. Could we help you?
Yes, sir. I'm really enjoying your show tonight. I've got a question for you. I've I heard a lot about those tankless water heaters. Can you tell me the advantages of those?
Absolutely. Just tune back into your TV, and I'll speak on tankless water heaters. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. All right, tankless water heaters. ESP has really been promoting those, and I've put in hundreds of them. I'm gonna tell you the big advantage of a tankless water heater. For one thing, you got an endless supply of hot water. You can turn that faucet on, and it's gonna have hot water. If it's sized properly, which most everyone's gonna size it properly, you will have it hot water forever. So you never have to worry about running out of hot water. Another big advantage is it's only consuming energy when you use it. There's no pilot light and there's no storage tank that you're keeping 40, 50, 60, 80 gallons of hot water, so it's not wasting all that energy. The only time the flame is kicked on and natural gas is being consumed is when you demand hot water. You turn on your kitchen faucet, your bathroom faucet, or your shower on the hot water. That's the only time the hot water, that's when the hot water comes on, and that's the only time gas is consumed. So from that standpoint, it's an excellent investment, and like I said, we put in hundreds of them, and so you're saving on energy. The initial cost is more, and most of the times when you get these energy efficient fixtures, your initial cost is going to be more, but it pays for itself throughout time. And I hope that answered your question.
I know also I've put them in homes, and we've heated pools off those things. I mean, there's been a gas pipe running through the house 3 inches thick, you know, that ran off of one of those on-demand water heaters, and I just said, there's no way it's gonna work, and it did. It was incredible.
Yeah,
you remember that job?
They're not designed to fill tubs, so to heat tubs. There's another heater for that, but
Right.
the tankless heater she's referring to
Right.
is for residential use, not for heating a pool. But they do have one for pools though, but it's not the one he was considering.
I got you.
Yeah. But excellent investment. We put in hundreds of them, and if you want me to come out to your house and check yours and give you a price on installing your own, we'll be happy to do that.
Now, do they have those on-demand water heaters that are electric also?
They do, but I don't want to talk negative about them, but they haven't kept up. They won't produce the same amount of hot water that natural gas does. Okay. But when it comes to electric water heaters, there's the heat pump water heater. You know, and then I've installed a few for Gulf Power over the years, and they've put meters and gauges on them, and they've been experimenting. Now they finally got them right. Matter of fact, Gulf Power is going to be giving a rebate for installing these heat pump water heaters, and I've got a few statistics on it. And for the public, if you don't know, a water heater uses about 14 to 25% of the total energy of a house. And that's quite a bit, and a water heater consumes more energy than a refrigerator, a dishwasher, a wash machine, and a dryer, all combined. So you know, you just think about heating your water. That's a lot of energy used. And these heat pump water heaters, they'll cut that in half. 14 or 25%, they'll cut it in half. So it is and matter of fact, we're going to try to have Keith Swilly on our next show. He's an executive at Gulf Power. And these things, like I said, Gulf Power's going to be offering a rebate, and we're going to try to have him on, and we'll invite Don Suarez on the show too if he wants to come and talk about the natural gas tankless water heaters, because they're both excellent energy saving features for your house. And like I said, saving energy, you're going to save money. The initial cost up front is more, but it will pay for itself over a period of time. And Bobby, did you get everything in on your safe room? Did you get everything in you wanted to speak about?
No, not yet. But one thing about the heat pump water heaters too that I don't know, I can't remember if you mentioned or not, but don't those things, they put off cool air?
That is a feature of it. And another feature of it too is you got to have a area large enough for this water heater, this heat pump water heater, because the minimum size area for it is 8 by 10, because it takes the hot air and it puts it on the water heater and actually on your water in your heater, and actually heats the water in your heater. So it's got to be in an area such as it's got to be a specific location where these heat pump water heaters are installed, such as the garage, and a basement is another good application. And they can go in your attic if you have that blown-in foam insulation. But if you got the regular insulation in your attic, it wouldn't be a good application. So there are specific locations where you're going to be able to install these water heaters.
Okay.
Now, did we get all on your safe room? Did we get all the information? I'll tell you, with the weather being like it is, that would be an excellent thing to have in your house if you got room for it.
And if
you don't, you want to add on to it. I heard you say you could do that as well.
See, you could also, I think where we're going to the point where we could turn a walk-in closet or any closet in the house into a safe room. There are specifications and guidelines for doing that. There's a certain type door that you have to put on. There's like 14 gauge steel on the door and 3 bolts that go in it. But if I had to run in a hurry from a storm and get into one of these rooms, I'd feel pretty secure. I mean, they've got them situated where you can even put so much as a fresh air vent in there, you know, just in case. So.
I've seen that in other drawings. Well, on these safe rooms, how much wind could they stand before they destructed?
I cannot tell you the specifications on it. All I know is they're FEMA approved, and so they're storm proof to a certain extent. I have looked at some of the details as far as footings and the structural integrity of them. The Florida building code is a little more stringent than most codes across the nation, and I can tell you that we're keeping up with a lot of what they have in their details.
Okay, we're going for another break. Please stay tuned, and like I said, if you have any questions, please call in, and just stay with us.
Is your water bill high? Do you have a leak at your water meter? Do you have a leak that you can hear it, but you can't locate it? Kimmons Plumbing has the technology to quickly find a solution to these problems. Let our plumbing technicians find those pesky leaks that is causing you money. It's fast, easy, and we will save you money every time.
Hi, I'm Tommy Kimmons, owner of Kimmons Plumbing. We have the answer to your plumbing needs. Call anytime, 455-2565.
When you have a backup sewer problem, the amount of demolition to find a problem can be enormous. But now there's an answer. Kimmons Plumbing now features a new technology that can find sewer problems instantly. What this means to you is we save you money. Our professional technicians can come on site and locate any problem and fix it immediately.
Hi, I'm Tommy Kimmons, owner of Kimmons Plumbing. We have the answer to your plumbing needs. Call anytime, 455-2565.
Are you tired of watching your money go down the drain? Enjoy instant hot water with the Metlin system. This system pays for itself in less than a year, eliminating wasted water and energy. And there are special seasonal discounts now in effect.
If you're tired of watching your money go down the drain, call Kimmons Plumbing. With a touch of a button, you can have hot water on demand.
The Metlin system delivers 24/7 comfort for pennies. Call Kimmons Plumbing and enjoy instant hot water today.
Welcome back to the Dream Team. And like I told you earlier, we're going to try to give you tips every show that we do. And see if you can get this old valve on camera here. This is a Price Vista 3-valve diverter. And I'm telling you, there's thousands of these valves in Escambia and Santa Rosa County. These are now these are no longer allowed by code for new buildings or remodeling, but we had to repair a lot of these. And I want to tell you too, my 12-year-old grandson Cade fabricated this for y'all could see it with the supervision of Jay. And I wanted to tell you that when these were first put in, you could come out and change a washer, change a seat, and it would be good for another few years. If you've got one of these and you haven't had a lot of repair on it, we can come to your home. We can completely rebuild this valve as long as no one's damaged the valve. This part that you see here, this is what's concealed in the wall. As long as all this is in good shape, we can rebuild this whole valve for you for a minimal price. You won't have to cut out any walls, tear out any tiles. We can rebuild it, put your new handles on there, new spout, and it'll look as good as new and operate like a new one too. One more tip I want to give you. When you turn these off, most people just keep cranking it because water's going to continue to drip out this spout. Water gets trapped in this riser, and it takes 3 to 5 minutes to get all this water out, and that's where the water's coming from. When you cut it off, it's actually off. But if you open this valve up a little bit, it'll provide air to this riser and let the water drip out faster. So once you turn it off, just stop. You don't have to keep cranking down on it. Mr. Bobby?
Well, I just want you to make sure you tell Katie did an incredible job on that right there. That's a fancy. I almost turned the valve on. I just want to see if water would come out of it a while ago. One thing that I wanted to address with with the audience is energy efficiency. We all know, of course, from the ads in the paper and the articles in the paper about power, that our power bills are going to go up. We know that's gonna happen with the price of power. One thing that you should think about when you're building a home, or if you're thinking about remodeling your home, is the energy savings that you can incorporate into a home. Whether it's 2x4 versus 2x6 exterior walls, whether it's a R38 versus an R40 insulation. I mean, there's all kind of things. Some of the things that we've talked about this evening with the heat pump water heater, high efficiency heat pumps, there's a package deal. One program that Gulf Power, and hopefully we'll have Mr. Swilly on here in the next show or two, is called the EarthSense program. And they've got a program that not only it concerns application, but it concerns inspection of the process, making sure that the products are installed properly. So,
I want to thank everybody for joining our show. Please catch us next month. We'll have a new live show, and feel free to call us in, because we're going to try to have tips and information for you every month. And plumbing, building, you name it, we'll answer the question. We can get it done for you. If you need our services, our numbers are listed on the TV. Please give us a call.
see you next time.
Thank you so much.